and I didn't push it further than that.
Okay. Did it feel like he just wanted a friendship?
It never felt like it was like just a friendship.
It felt like it was more?
Yeah, it felt like that, but we never spoke to that extent.
Why did you feel like it was more?
So there are conversations we had in the house that I felt like friends don't have that kind of conversation.
What?
Conversations like maybe someone else is involved, and then we have to talk about it.
And you have to explain why.
We have to, yeah. So we had to, talk about it. Friends don't do that.
Or you thought the feelings were more than friendship?
Yeah, the feelings were more than friendship, but the conversation was just strictly friendship.
That's what I saw, and that's what most viewers saw. That's why.
Bottom line, we never pushed beyond that.
Joanna?
There was nothing with Joanna. We're just dance partners, and that was it.
Is that what you felt?
I feel like in whatever he had in his head, that was what he wanted to portray outside. But I had a conversation with him that this should not make you think or assume or make any narrative out of our kind of friendship.
Why did you need to explain that?
Because I understood the kind of person he was at that time.
Which is what?
I felt like you were friends with someone, then you're not talking to the person anymore, then all of a sudden I'm kind of close to that person after a while, and you are now friends with me.
So, did you think he was trying to use you for something?
It's not using me, it's using the idea of having me. Do you understand? Because first of all, I and Didi were good friends, and I don't understand any other dynamic he had outside as Sultana or whatever he had, because we never had a conversation, right? But I felt like I was now stuck in a situation where I had to let you know that I hope you are not, this is not the move you're trying to bring towards me. So, yeah.
So it's kind of different from what you're saying, but go on.
That's her perspective.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of things happened in her head, alone, and she misinterpreted a lot of situations.
Did you use her, like she said, sort of to make whoever jealous or?
Big Brother asked who you've not connected with in the house, and I said, oh, there's Joanna, we've not spoken. And after that, we started talking. And even before that, we had been dancing in the parties. So all of this is crazy to me. Joanna is not even in the picture. We had a dance thing going on. We both love dance. We vibed in the party, and that was it. Period.
Okay. So Dede's feelings are not completely wrong.
Yep.
But Joanna is crazy.
Absolutely.
Sultana.
Wow.
Sorry, before you get to Sultana, coming out and seeing the very first interview he had with you, you asked him what happened a day before I left, and he goes and says, oh, it was a one-night thing. I'm like, are you a baby? Are you that silly? I was literally saving your ass as my friend, not to throw you under the bus that, oh, this man is just hard as a rock beside my bed. And I literally tried to calm down, like we're friends. He was hard as a rock beside my bed. I was sleeping, by the way, and he came, like, you literally came and woke me up.
Wow.
I was sleeping, and prior before then, because that was the night Thelma got evicted, and I felt like I was still in shock. So I think I had a conversation with Faith briefly, and I'm like, oh, I just want to go to bed. And from afar, he gives me this look, and he's like, oh, what's that? I'm like, I just want to go to bed. Then a few minutes later, I'm still in my sleep. I see you on my bed, and I'm like, oh, is that Faith or this? And I'm like, I'm like, oh, fine, cool. And like, oh, he has been seated here for a while.
How do you know he was hard as a rock?
Because I could see it from... Ibuka, I'm not a baby.
No, I don't know if you saw
that.
or you felt.
No, I could see it literally, and I had to calm down. Do you understand? Then he gave me a pick. I'm like, chill. Well, I thought we have had a conversation about things like this. Do you understand? So you trying to make it look like I'm a crazy person. You don't deserve my voice, to be honest. I'm wasting my saliva. What rubbish.
At the media round, I'll take accountability. That word I used was wrong. All I had with Joanna in the house, dance ship, a little flirt here and there, that was mutual, and that was it.
So, wait. I don't think I should ask that. I'm going to ask you, you had as a rock So, Sultana now, that's one where you have to explain yourself. It felt like you were conflicted with, this is happening, I have my girl. It became more emotional than anything else. So what was going on there?
This is a little bit more sensitive than the others because we became friends.
More than Dede?
Yeah.
Okay.
We became friends and it grew into something that we're not sure about. But right from the start, I've been a friend to Sultana, and also I've made it clear that you know, I have a girl outside. This will not work. You know.
So when did it become more than a friendship or whatever it was? At what point?
I won't say it became more than a friendship. We just got, you know, physical, and that was it.
With her, there were no emotions involved, is what you're saying.
There was. Emotions grew.
No, but you just said it was purely physical.
Emotions grew. We started as friends. We got close. We shared we had intimate conversations, and we got physical. So there's no way I would sit here and say there was literally no emotion attached to that. I won't do that. But then it never got to the point we spoke about relationship. I always on different occasions stated that I have this going on outside.
You are keeping me warm.
Don't put it that way. Don't do
because
that.
I want to understand what you mean by it's purely physical.
Don't do
when
that,
you say it's purely physical.
We got physical, and you know it could happen to anybody. We're on a show.
So after the show, what happened?
Nothing.
The emotions you say were developing, what happened to them?
Nothing.
Did you not try to pursue it, or you just died?
Nothing. Nothing happened.
What's up with you and your girl now? Are you still dating? Are you still in a relationship with your girlfriend?
Ebuka, we're good.
So you're still with her?
Yes, we're good.
Wow.
Let me know what you think about that. What did you feel?
So Ebuka, when I got into the house, I'm going to be very honest. I liked someone.
Who?
Right? I liked Coin.
Oh.
But because I wasn't mentally ready for a relationship, and I felt like
I just heard some screams from people watching.
and I felt like Coin is an upright man, and I shouldn't do that to him. I wasn't like ready for a relationship, and I didn't want to
What do
lead
you
him
mean
on.
by that?
I wasn't mentally ready. I didn't want to push for something that I would end up hurting him at the end of the day.
Okay.
So that was the reason why I didn't continue with that. But for the fact that he said he had a relationship, I didn't want anything outside, and he was the available machinery for me at that time.
Wow.
So that was what it was.
So he was just available?
Yes. The reason why, I didn't think much about it, he has something going on outside for him. So the moment we leave that space, he's going to go back to his relationship.
So now you got a lot of flack
move
for
on.
that. Because it's like, Sultana, you know this guy has a babe. There's other guys in the house. Why are you going for the one person that you know has
Because
something
I know I
going
wouldn't
on?
have anything to worry about outside the house.
But you also know what that does to the relationship.
Well,
So you didn't care.
to be honest, Ebuka, I'll look out for myself first.
So back to my point, you didn't care.
I'll look out for myself first.
Okay. Where are you guys now? Because I know you guys don't talk. If it was a friendship, maybe it shouldn't have gone sour. But
Yes.
now you guys, I almost want to say hate each other.
No.
How do you feel
That's
about
a
Jason
strong
J now?
word. That's a strong word.
So how do you
Ebuka.
feel about him? When last did you talk?
A few hours after we left the show. Now, there's a
October.
reason. Before we left the show, to be fair, to be honest, we had that conversation that, we're going to come out, we should stay friends. You understand?
He said that?
No, we had that conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, he said that he would want us to stay friends. I was like, yeah, cool, because, I didn't have any plan to continue a relationship outside because I knew he had a relationship outside. And I was like, that's cool. And he was already telling me, there might be, a back and forth outside, but he would want it not to get to me. You get me? And I said, okay, it's good you're telling me this. Only for us to get outside, and I see that my supposed friend was throwing me under the bus,
How so?
calling me names. Yeah, he was calling, he knows the name that he called me.
No,
He
but
was
you heard
calling,
him. What did he call you?
he called me a relentless chaser. Why would he do that? Who chased him? I didn't chase him. I didn't chase Jason nowhere in the house. For every interview I've had, I always maintained that I am cool with Jason, I am cordial with Jason, and Jason is my friend. But do you know, Ebuka, I got a lot of backlash for that, because for every time I called Jason my friend, Jason goes on to say something bad about me, and I wouldn't
To
have
who?
that. On his media, it's literally
Okay,
there.
media round.
Yes. So, and I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't be disrespected that way. So that was one of the reasons why, I just said, you know what, just be you, and I'm going to do me. That's simple.
Why did you call her a relentless chaser?
It was on your interview. I feel like that was taken out of context. And firstly,
What were your words?
I wasn't supposed to use that word, which I went on live and spoke about it and addressed it. And I think I even apologized
So why
for
did you
it.
use it at the time?
We're talking about, it was a conversation with me and Kola and you. And we're talking about people that knew that the other person was in a relationship and, didn't hold back. I was talking about Kola. You knew Dede was in a relationship.
That he's a relentless
Sorry.
chaser.
But was
You
I
knew that Dede
chasing
was,
you?
sorry, hold on. What I meant was people that knew that the other party was in a relationship but didn't stop.
Okay, so
I'm not-
so now you're clarifying that I didn't chase you.
You knew I was in a relationship, but you didn't stop. What's that called?
That's not chasing. No.
She
You
didn't
see,
stop
that's
pushing.
not chasing you.
So was she chasing
Pushing.
you? That's what we need to know.
What was I pushing, JC?
Ego problems. You can't say.
Because
God,
this is important because
was
was she chasing you or were you chasing her? That's what we need to know.
She kept
But
pushing.
you're saying she chased you. We just need
I
to say
kept
that.
pushing.
kept
Yeah.
pushing.
So she didn't stop what?
I kept
She
pushing
kept
what?
pushing. Like,
So do
okay,
what?
for example, when
So
I
Jason,
said,
you were in a
know what?
relationship. Why didn't you say no to whatever? No, you can't. You
I'm
can't
not-
just hush me
I am
like
not
that. You
saying
can't hush me like that.
I
Excuse me,
don't
sir.
have my own part to play in it. We're
Exactly. So
explaining
why are you making it
something.
seem like I was pursuing you because I wasn't?
We're talking about that particular
You said you were in a
subject.
relationship, and I was like, oh, you agreed to whatever I was saying. So why were you not making
Ebuka,
it seem like I was
like I was
chasing
saying,
you, and then
yeah,
you were Lord, like I
There were
was
so
chasing
many
you as
situations
how?
where there's even a video I saw recently that was telling her, you know what, I need to leave your bed. And she's like, no, you can't. If you do that,
But
we'll
did you
stop
end up
talking.
in the bed, Sha,
And
yes or
blah, blah,
no?
blah, blah, blah. We'll stop talking and this and that and that. Then
It's
there
a
are other
question.
situations where, I'll tell her, I'm not going to sleep in your bed. And she'll be like, nothing would happen. Nothing. There's so many conversations like that.
True.
that
But you
be
end
like,
up
I'll be
staying in
like,
the bed.
can you let me talk, please?
No, I will not.
Okay, so there's so many conversations like that, and of course I'm a
My own
man.
is
I
you
make my
wouldn't
mistakes as
disrespect
well.
me like that
But then
and sit there like
at
you do.
every
And then
point,
you're
I
not
stated
an
it
accountable
that
person. For every time you do something, you
okay,
look for
Sultana.
excuses for what you have done.
Sultana, are you also going to take responsibility
For
what he's saying? You can't also deny the fact that you know someone is in a relationship, has a girlfriend, but you didn't move away. Why?
because Ebuka.
So, but you're not taking responsibility for that. You're making him look like
It doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
So you're accepting that you did something bad.
That I tease someone is not a bad thing because we are adults. He would have said no. And to be
So-
fair, I like it when I talk to men and I watch them just, shake and then, just do what I want them to do.
So he's not lying, is what you're saying.
I like it. It's something that I love to do.
So, but
Ebuka.
were you a relentless chaser? You're
Me.
saying you were not.
Chasing.
But you also didn't stop.
I didn't force him, Ebuka. He's an adult. I didn't chain him. I didn't tie him down. I didn't do none of that. He should have walked away at any point. But he's an adult.
So that's
So it shouldn't be
her
put
point
on
now.
me. So why would I be called a relentless chaser? For what reason?
So on the one hand, we can argue that she's guilty of cornering you. for
I'm not
whatever
guilty. He's
reason.
an adult. Oh.
Whether it's for strategy,
Please, I beg.
whether it's her way, but she's saying that that's how she is. She enjoys seeing men crumble. But there's also the flip side of
By
you.
just words.
She's
by
not the
just
one in a
words.
relationship. You
By
are the
just
one.
words.
And like I said before, there were multiple people in this
Words and
house
eyes.
who were in relationships, and all of you handled it very interestingly.
Words and eyes.
So why was it that you couldn't let that not happen?
Take responsibility for all my actions. I'm not a child,
Yeah.
but we were in a confined space, and emotions were running high. In that house, everyone can testify that you have to have your person in that house because
It could be a guy.
we're locked. Yeah, it could have
So
been a
why
guy.
wasn't it the guy?
Because I wasn't mentally ready for the whole thing. In that house, you see this person every single day.
Yeah.
I wasn't mentally ready for that.
I mean, this is one situation I can't say one person did something wrong or the other because both of you knew what you were doing. I think it was very
100%.
clear to all of us that you knew what you were doing,
Yeah.
you knew what he was
100%.
doing,
Yeah.
and you guys were just trying to be smart, though.
It
You knew what
happened.
was happening.
Finish.
So I think we're kind of clear on this.
Thank you.
Now, with Dede, it was kind of your word against hers, saying you were friends, and that was what it was about. But she's saying you didn't feel that way. And a lot of viewers don't think you felt that way. And a big reason why you didn't feel that way was because of Kola. Kola was in the picture, and you had opinions about her relationship with Kola. Why did you have so many conversations with Dede about Kola?
I like that, and that could come with a lot of things. I didn't have any issue personally with Kola. And if there's anything you're talking about, is maybe saying, oh, you were with this person, why were you with that person at that point in time, which comes with when you like somebody in that space. And that's it.
Did it feel that way, Kola?
With Jason, I knew from day one he didn't really like me, so I couldn't just care less about him and anything that happened along the way.
You felt a vibe from him.
Yes.
Did you also give him a vibe because you both were interested in the same person?
The very first week, I think we were getting to know each other. So I think maybe that could have played a part in it. And obviously, I think when I began to sense like a passive aggression from him in little...
What do you mean passive aggression?
Just
What did you
little
notice?
things. And I remember him saying that when he met me at the audition, he felt very invincible. So I just took that as, you know what, maybe he's dealing with his own things going on.
You thought he was threatened by you?
I don't know, maybe.
What did you mean by that?
Color has just been color, you know. Listen to stuff, picks out what, you know, makes him feel good and spread it like he would always do. And that being said, first week, I don't think we had any issue. In fact, he gave me the crown thing when we did that thing. We're friends. We had conversations. We had a long, lengthy conversation about Day. And the one he's talking about, we're talking about our audition, and we're just joking about it. I'm very open and I say things honestly. And I was like, okay, there was these two guys that came into the room that they were playing games and stuff, and everybody was laughing, and these two tall, you know, guys came in, and when they came in, all the girls just left the game. And I'm like, oh, I've never felt so invisible like that in my life. I'm like, yo, everybody just left the game. And they were like, oh, what's up? And we just laughed about it. It's not, if I felt threatened or if it was a thing, I wouldn't say that to you. Think.
Okay.
I mean, they can't be out there with their friends and you're trying to clean up the house for what reason and you don't see anything.
Please, if you'd like to have update about the new BBNaija that is coming up very soon, which is BBNaija Season 11, that is starting next month. If you want to have every information, updates, live streams, whenever I'll be live on YouTube and informations like that, please go on the live chat section. You see my WhatsApp channel. Click and subscribe to my WhatsApp channel. Very, very important. Please, if you're just joining, my WhatsApp channel is there. Subscribe to it as well. For people that are based in UK, US, Germany, Canada, and whatever part of the world you are, and you want to be watching the season, which is next BBNaija Season 11, on your mobile phone, smart TV, or whatever device, you can message me on WhatsApp. Go to the live chat section. You're going to see my WhatsApp number. Send me a message there. For people that wants to join my WhatsApp channel, you want to have update about my live stream whenever I'll be live on YouTube and stuff like that, go to the live chat section. You're going to see my WhatsApp channel. Subscribe to it. I post updates there.
Koi, you kept trying to emphasize the fact that, not like they do, now I'm a guy. You wanted us to know that this is not a thing for you, even though you were one of the three. You were the third part of the fishes, like the viewer said. I mean, you and Jason are cool. Why did you and Kola not get along?
I'm the kind of person that I vibe with people with my spirit. So it's just my spirit, not being close to him. So we don't have any issue at all.
Dede became a part of the conversation, right? Was she a factor in any way in
No.
you guys not being cool?
No, not
Is
at
that
all.
the case? Because
For me,
you now,
not at all.
you said certain things. You had conversations about how you felt about Dede, and we saw all of these things. And a good number of those conversations centered around how she spent time with these other guys. Which led me, of course, to the live show where I called you out on what you called him. Do you think Dede sort of defined, in some way, your relationship with Koi and Jason J?
Right from the beginning of the show, we never really spoke, so it's not even about that person in that picture. We never really had any conversations. There was, like, we never actually spoke
Who's
at
that
all.
person? You can't mention Dede's name?
Dede.
Okay.
So we never really spoke. We never really had any conversation. So right from the get-go, it wasn't like as if we became friends and we stopped talking. It was just from the get-go, that was what it was. I'm entitled to feel the way I feel. I'm entitled to say what I want to say, how I want to say it. So it was just much what it was. I had other friends. which I was contented with and I was okay with. We're just cut from different fabric, different circles, and different lifestyles.
Yeah. I mean, you've said what you thought about Jason J and what he said about meeting you at the auditions and having the opinion about you. Why did you not ever try with this? Did you hear anything? Did you see anything?
Not at all. Not at all. We're 29 of us came on the show. You can't literally talk to everybody, right? There was just no, it wasn't just there. It wasn't right from day one. So it wasn't like as if, oh, there was anything. It wasn't just there.
Okay. So now let's go into both of you now. Koyi and Dede. And it started literally from the first 2 weeks, Sabrina, am I right? I remember the conversation you had with him, where you even got dragged a lot. What was the conversation in that first week?
So what I was establishing was about a hug, right? I think he had approached her and she didn't want to hug him. And I simply was trying to establish...
And it bothered him a lot?
Well, that's him to say if it bothered me or not. But that was the topic of the conversation. And essentially, I was saying that if we were outside, right, and someone looked like that, would you really feel the same way?
What do you mean by that?
Okay. I use myself as an example. I see her as a younger me, right? And I think I'm very friendly with individuals and I'm very welcoming. But people don't think that when they see me. Because they see me in designers, because they see how I carry myself, they don't want to approach me, right? So I gave that as an example. If this person was outside, do you get? But I think they just misconstrued the entire conversation.
So it wasn't shade?
It wasn't shade. If it was shade, then I'm shading myself too.
Did you think she was cool?
Yes, I thought she was cool.
Did you see that conversation?
Totally irrelevant. I don't care.
Like I said, from the first week, Dede was a part of your conversation, your narrative. And you said multiple times to multiple people, Bright Morgan, you would tell the truth. A lot of times you had that conversation. You had the point, you would say, leave this girl. Because of how persistent he was. What did you hear and what did you see?
We started creating a bond, and I liked him as a guy. And he expressed the way he felt about this babe. But I could read the body language between both of them.
What were you reading?
She spends most of her time with other guys like Coin. And I'm looking at it as, oh, Kola. And Kola is always like, you know, sometimes I want to spend time with her, talk to her. But she's not making that time for me. And I was like, guy, babe will like you, no go stress you. So move on. If she's not giving you that energy that you're putting out, unless you want to keep chasing or unless it's a strategy for you, I don't know. But for me as your guy, I would advise you to just, dead this pig. So that was just it.
So, Kola, I guess my question now is, like Bright Morgan said, if someone has over time told you, Baba, I have a boyfriend, though. This is not going to work. Why did you not stop?
I'm a one-man pole. I don't hop round and round, right? I know what I want. And
Are you shading victory? Sorry, go on. sorry. I'm just joking. Sorry.
I know what I want, and when I'm clear of what I want, I go for it.
Yes.
That's how I've always been. Even my friends outside know how I am.
So why didn't you stop? Like Bright Morgan told you, this is your guy. He was your closest male friend, I believe, in the house. And he told you at some point, which I saw, guy, this is no go, just dead this matter. Why did you not stop?
Because at some point it felt there was sort of some reciprocity.
Okay, so that's the point we want to get to now. What did you see or receive that made you feel like, maybe this is going somewhere?
I never said once that I wanted to date because I obviously know the situation of things. But I would say that I would know when someone doesn't want to even speak with you at all. Just felt a certain level of reciprocity. That
Give me one example, just random.
It was in the moment, and we just had good conversations, and conversations that I know that she said that she only has this kind of conversations with me. And that was it.
Fair enough. So, Dede, you've said Jason told you things, even though he's saying it wasn't the case. He likes you as a friend. But he's saying for the most part. And I know you and Koyi, you put tomorrow, you put best friend, no problem. With Kola, it was very interesting to see. Because like he said, and we saw a lot of moments where when they are not around, you're like, this person's not even checked in on me. You also were bothered when they were not coming through. So you were either enjoying it or you felt the same way some of them did. back to Kola's point. What was going on with Kola? You told him what you told him, but he's saying, and we also saw in moments that you didn't necessarily push him away completely. So what was going on there?
With who?
With Kola.
Him?
With Kola.
He said we had a conversation.
You had
He said we talk
conversations.
differently from other people, so it felt like I was opening up to him and all of that. Ruboy could have chased me. I spoke to Ruboy in the house. Mensan could have. I'm just saying that if that's what the case is, because he went ahead to say, oh, that I'm a reserved person, but I spoke to him in the house. So if it's based on justful, that he got the impression that,
No, he's saying you
there's
spoke
like,
to him a certain way.
I also want to know the certain way, to be very honest. Then from the certain way, I would be able to say more.
That's what I was asking for specifics.
On what it is.
Oh God, to be honest, like it's past, right? So I've said what I said and that's it.
I don't think you guys are even cordial. And I know all of you know. All of you, they look at me like that big statue. I have not seen or heard or even perceived a high from both of you. So for me, you're even at the point where you can't even call her name. You are saying, he said. You are saying that one. You can't even mention each other's names. How did you not get to the point where you can't even call her name?
But this person thing that he said, he keeps saying, he only says that when the cameras are rolling. He did that before, and now he's doing it again.
What do you mean by that?
We've spoken.
When?
We've spoken. He reached out one time, which was totally okay. Of course, we have to leave. I think after the show, right? Okay. So he reached out. That was fine. Like, it's okay for us not to
What did he reach out to say?
Just, oh, we're cool. We don't have to. Just two adults having like a normal conversation and all of that. That is absolutely fine, right? We're fixed it and all of that. But then going on interview to call me this person.
What interview was that?
I think there's one interview and he said the other person, right? That didn't make sense to me because even after the phone call, we've met, I think, some parties or some events we've met. We even spoke, I think, 2 events. He followed me to the bathroom. And then we had the conversation in the bathroom.
Where?
So it's even this person, the whole this person thing that he keeps saying when the camera is rolling, the collateral damage, it is totally unnecessary. So the first event was Beauty's birthday. The second one was Tasha's birthday. We had the conversation, we spoke. It felt like, okay, we're cool, right? Until that event happened. And if you want details of the conversation, I would say it. I would be very, very glad
what was the conversation
to say.
about?
So during the conversation, we spoke about what happened. And I even asked him about this person thing that he said. And he goes, oh yeah, that's, the whole reality TV thing and all of that. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then we even went back and forth about, oh, this was what you did. And we went, oh, but you did this. It was a normal conversation, right? So when we got to Tasha's birthday, he even invited me to his house, by the way, right? That was after the show. So he was like, oh, okay.
Tasha's birthday?
No, yes, Tasha's birthday. He invited me to his house. He said, oh, you can come around. I'll host you sometime. He even still spoke about the kiss as well during Tasha's birthday. So you cannot come and be having side conversations like this. Or I think we're cool. You keep emphasizing, oh, we have to be cool. And then the cameras are rolling. You're calling me this person. That is absolutely ghetto. And it just doesn't even make sense. It's okay for us to be cool and be like, oh, okay, we're cool. But don't come and be doing so many things in front of the camera. Like,
when I said the other person, that was during media rounds, right? And she's saying that, oh...
This was before Tasha's birthday.
Before Tasha's birthday, Beauty's birthday, that was way before that. And at Beauty's birthday, we saw ourselves outside at the lobby and we went into the toilet to speak, right?
You asked me
we went into the toilet to speak. And we went into the toilet to speak and that was it. Like I said, Ebuka, I really do not have any issue with her, right? I feel like I respect the whole situation that happened, and it just felt like a lot of things were going on the outside, which was blown out of proportion.
Did you invite her to your home?
I never invited her to my home.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to say is that I guess that this whole situation was like the bloodline of the season. So it felt like there was a lot of things going on throughout the whole season regarding this and afterwards, and I would just leave it at there. I have no issue with her. I wish her the very best, and that's it.
Same.
Chai. People are just hard.
Please, before you leave the live stream, just know I'll also continue. I'll continue